Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Talk Kashrus, presented by the Kashrus Awareness Project in conjunction with Torah Anytime. Today we are joined by R Shmuel Fuerst, Dayan of Agudas Yisroel of Illinois. Over here at the Kashrus Awareness Project we get all different types of questions from people, and one question that came into our headquarters is regarding turning on home appliances remotely in a way to obviate concerns of bishul akum with domestic help. So let's say someone has an app and they're able to turn on their oven, their stove, whatever it might be, back in their home. They're far away, and this way their domestic help could prepare food that way. Is that an issue at all with bishul akum? Is that an answer? Is that a solution?
I know there are some rabbonim out there that allow it, but the people who ask me, I tell them it's asa. And where I get to say it's asa, first of all, it's afkeris in the kitchen, that you do things remotely. You have to be there. You have to be al gabov if you let them do anything in the kitchen. There is a psak from Shlomo Zalman that talks strongly against it. It's printed in the beginning of Halicha Shlema by Tefillah. And one of Agudas, he writes very strongly against this thing about the remote and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they do it by certain companies, the company's a little different because you have hashgacha and you see all the inventories, you see all, it's less a problem. But in the kitchen, there could be a serious shaila of bishul. And even though you do something remotely, let's say the flame goes out, or whatever it is, by mistake they close it and turn it on again.
No, but I'm talking about, let's say there's a scenario which they have such things, where the only way you could turn on the oven remotely is through your device. The person standing there
doesn't make a difference. You got to be there. Lanias daiti, it's afkeris and kashrus in the house. You must be there. You have to turn it on when you're there. It should not be done remotely.
So if I'm home and I turn on the fire for my cleaning lady, or whoever it is, to prepare some food, you're saying I have to be there if I'm.
You have to be there.
If I'm yoytzev v'nichnas, is that?
Yoytzev is also okay. I mean, you're in the house, you're in the outdoor, you go out shopping, you're around, you go shopping for 5-10 minutes, you come back in, so you could assume everything's okay. But you have to turn it on in the house. It should not be done remotely.
The Rav mentioned commercially. I'm just curious because we're on the topic. Commercially
is a little different.
If you have a switch, let's say, I know there are such innovations.
Yes.
Switches, they turn on the oven remotely. It's the only way to turn on the oven.
They're 100 miles away and they turn it on. But that's a little different because there you see the inventory. They go to the company. When the kasher zeik gives a hechsher on a big company, they're not there every day. They go once a week or once in 2 weeks and so on. But how do they know everything's okay? They check the inventory, and usually and they're semech on that, and which is a good way to check up on them. And we're not chayshish they can run out and buy a bottle of oil somewhere else because they have in stock. They have weeks and months of supplies already there, and the mashgiach can go and look all over and see what's there. So we're not chayshish they're gonna, like you have the same shot in the house. You have one bottle of oil, and all of a sudden you run out of oil. But in the companies, all these things, chashashim, that in a private home does it not negate commercially. Right. So therefore, in such a case, remotely there are some hechsherim that allow it, but in a home, no way.
Okay, thank you.